The Joy Business Van, empowered by Joy Business and supported by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
South Africa is currently the world's 8th largest wine producer. South African wine has a history dating back to the 17th century, with Constantia, a vineyard near Cape Town. Its vineyards account for 4% of global wine output, and production continues to increase. Here in Ghana, wine consumption is on the rise due to increasing social trends and the perception that wine is healthier. Wine lovers are being exposed to different brands thanks to the likes of Ntim, owner of Liquid Wine Enterprise. He's in Cape Town, South Africa on his regular wine search. Nana didn't start off as a wine importer.
My mother started, and she was doing it, and then one day she just asked me if it's something I could help her with, and I said okay, sure. And that kind of developed, and before I knew it, I had my own company, and now I'm importing myself. I grew up in Paris, in France, and so pretty much drinking wine every dinner. So I'm used to wine. So it was something which, when it happened, it was pretty much seemed like a logical progression.
The entrepreneur, whose initial goal was to be a music and film producer, identified a good opportunity when the business was handed to him. He journeys to Cape Town every now and then in search of some of the world's best wines.
I have been pretty much everywhere. Western Cape, Wellington, Paarl, Franschhoek, Stellenbosch, all the wineries and wine farms on the wine route. The wine route is the main route which takes you along the Western Cape through all the popular and independent also wine farms.
His job is to taste the different brands produced in the over 500 wineries in South Africa. How do you determine which wine tastes good?
That wine is like it's a personal thing, you know. I may like a Merlot and someone else may not. So someone may have a taste for a Pinotage, so it's not easy to really know. But generally on the market, there are 4 major red wine types, which is Pinotage, Shiraz, Merlot, and Cabernet Sauvignon. And in Ghana, we tend to prefer the Cabernet Sauvignon and the Merlot. So generally, if you are looking for good wine for the Ghanaian market, you would go in for those 2.
For 5 years, Nana has been in and out of South Africa on wine tasting missions and to network. Once he discovers the wine brands that would suit the Ghanaian market, he gets them imported into the country. But his work doesn't end just there.
Everything I do in terms of spreading the wine is very manual. It's very, word of mouth, going around from hotel to hotel, restaurant to restaurant, retailer to retailer, and just introducing samples to them and just, pushing the wines onto them and just trying to get them onto their list or into their stores. So it's quite a challenge in that sense, but it's fun because at the same time, you are building a lot of business relationships as you're going round and round. And the more you do that, the more people get to know of your products, and then the more you sell.
Ntim's aim is not only to become the #1 importer of South African wine. He wants to introduce a wine culture too.
Let me just say, wine is excellent with our Ghanaian local food. That's something which I'm trying to educate the customers and clients about. If you have your solid bowl of fufu and soup, bankru, kenke, yam, whatever it is, try it with a good glass of red wine. It goes very well. And if we get into that culture, we will really enjoy wine, which is also good for your health.
The grape, red or white wine category leads the market in Ghana, accounting for more than 70% of the total wine market. Local wine processing is still underdeveloped and costly, So most wine lovers tend to import from countries such as South Africa, whose products are inexpensive and of good quality. Meanwhile, Nana has just concluded networking with some potential business partners.